Oh. Hello everyone, so today we're going to make some sweet potato fries and we're going to also make a vegan ranch dressing. We're going to go through showing you how to make the ranch dressing from scratch, so that will be making the vegan meal as well as then adding all the ingredients to turn it into a ranch dressing. We're also going to do the sweet potato fries, and as you can see here, we're about to cut.
Hi, so yes, we are going to make some sweet potato chips. So it's a good alternative to potato chips, obviously, if you're, too fed up with just eating potato chips, of course. And we kind of like this as well because it has a sweet taste to it. And I'm just chopping it off right now. And once it's ready, we'll put it in the air fryer for about 25 minutes to cook it. And that's it. If you're after an alternative to your average potato chips that is just as tasty, yet a bit more nutritious, you should consider making sweet potato chips. Sweet potato chips are considered healthy because apart from it being a vegetable, it also contains lots of antioxidants, which helps your body fight off harmful free radicals. It also contains lots of fiber that aids digestion and is also a good source of beta carotene, just like carrots. You can cook your sweet potatoes by using your air fryer or through your normal oven for 25 minutes under 180 degrees. And don't forget to cut it into strips for easier and better cooking.
Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to put the sweet potato into the air fryer. Get it all in like that. You can at this stage, if you want to, add salt. What we normally do is we normally turn it on, start cooking it out for about 15 minutes, then we add salt and a bit of oil and stuff like that later on. Okay, but it's entirely up to you what you want to do. I'm just going to switch it on. I'm going to give it 15 minutes and then that will go off and do its thing. Okay, so what we're going to do now is make the vegan meal, and what you need is about 250 mils of oil, 125 mils of soy milk. You need a couple of teaspoons of apple cider vinegar and half a teaspoon. Right, so the other thing I would recommend when you're making the vegan meal is one of these. So you can use the other style of blender, but this for me is the best one to use at this moment in time. What we're going to first of all do is pop this into here. We're going to put the oil in first. And again, this is just my personal preference, but I like to get the ball rolling. So I'm going to start using the whisk now, and then I'm going to start slowly pouring the milk in. Okay. Now once you've done that, you can start putting in a bit of the cider and then put in the half a teaspoon of salt and then carry on. And then you'll see that it's now starting to become a bit more like meal rather than just a sloppy mess. This is exactly what I look like at the moment. And there you go. So as you can see, if I just lift that up, it's kind of like the consistency of meal. What you can do, and sometimes it's a good idea to do that, is if you need to, you can obviously add more of the ingredients. So maybe some more milk. And as you can see, if I add more milk and whisk again, that does change the consistency. And again, likewise, if I add some oil, and then whisk again. That again will change the consistency of what I've got, which will give me more of a meal feel. We'll come on to talk about how we do ranch dressing and things like that going forward, because obviously at that point you can either make your ranch dressing like a traditional ranch dressing, so it's a little bit runny, which would indicate adding more milk, or you can do what we do and make our ranch dressing taste a bit more like a mayo type dressing.
So what we're going to do next is the ranch dressing. So earlier today we showed you how a vegan mayonnaise is done. But this time around we'll show you the complete steps of how to make your own vegan ranch dressing. It's just as easy as how we made the vegan mayonnaise earlier. But for the complete steps, David will show you how it's done. So David, how are we going to make the ranch dressing?
Okay, so what we've got, we have a few different herbs and spices. We're going to use 4 cloves of garlic. To be honest with you, with that vegan mayo recipe that we've just done, 4 is about right, but you can use more or less depending on your tastes. A little bit of salt if we need to taste, some dill, parsley, onion salt, garlic powder, and a little bit of ginger. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to crush the garlic up. Make sure you get it all crushed up nicely. And once you've done that, just scoop that. Into there, and we'll get the rest of it in there as well. Okay, so that's the first bit over. You can, if you want to, give it a bit of a mix so it's all evenly done, but we're going to be putting loads of different things in here anyway, so it doesn't really matter. First thing we've got is a bit of dill. I've created some anyway, so we can just pop that in. So we've got dill, and we've also got some parsley. And you can tell which one's which by the smell. Again, you can give that a little mix. Now the key to this is putting in whatever you think is the right amount as well. So it's what you find is best for taste. However, I normally do equal amounts of parsley and dill because I find that's the best flavour, but it's entirely up to you how you do it. Next we're going to do a few sprinkles, if we can get it out. The problems with onion salt is that when you use them in cooking, it always sticks together. Apparently if you use some rice in there, it will actually help it. So a little bit of a sprinkling of that, no more than a teaspoon. Onion salt's quite strong, so you don't want to put too much in. And then we've got a little bit of garlic powder, again not too much, maybe half a teaspoon max. And the last thing I like to put in is a tiny bit of ginger, again just a teaspoon. And then we will mix it all together again. That to me looks quite good. So what we're going to do now is we're going to give it a little bit of a taste. So in my opinion that needs a little bit more dill. I'm just going to get a bit more dill in there. Again, I'm only doing it to eye, I'm not doing anything else. Possibly a little bit of onion salt as well. And then I'm going to give it a mix. And again, the way I make ranch dressing is I make it more like a mayo consistency. And I know a lot of people like to put a bit of milk in there to loosen it up a bit, but I don't. I prefer it to look a bit more like mayo. So we'll get another spoon. Give it a taste, never use the same spoon. And that's absolutely perfect. So for me, that's probably exactly how I want a ranch dressing to look. And that's exactly the consistency. So if you look at that, that is the consistency I want, especially when I'm doing things like sweet potato, because with sweet potato, you want to be dipping in, you want to get a really, really big dollop of ranch dressing on it. You don't want it dribbling all over the sweet potato. So for me, that's perfect. You can use this with absolutely everything. I mean, we use this sauce pretty much nearly every day for pretty much everything that we can put it on. So feel free to have a look at this recipe. Try it yourself. If you don't like things about it or you've got a better suggestion, why don't you tell us in the comments as well. Okay, and there you have it. So some sweet potatoes, a little bit of salad, some ranch dressing, and a vegan pizza as well. There you go.
So there goes our today's recipe, the sweet potato chips with vegan ranch dressing. And to make your dinner much more exciting, you can also use your vegan ranch dressing as your dip for your pizza. And to top it up, you can also add some side salad with it. Perfect for the evening. Thank you so much for watching today's video. Again, it's another successful vegan recipe, and I hope you liked it as much as we liked it. And please watch out for more videos. If you haven't clicked on the subscribe button, please do so, and let us know about what you think about our videos here at Vegan Nation. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.